seconds to go. One last gasp for Edmonton. Bouchard's pass didn't click with Draisaitl. 12 seconds to go. Florida trying to end it up against the wall, which would be fitting. 3 seconds to go. The Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup. For the first time in their 30-year history, the Florida Panthers are Stanley Cup champions. They made it about as hard on themselves as they possibly could, battling a valiant Edmonton team that had rallied from adversity all season long. And Paul Maurice, coaching lifer, 30 years in the National Hockey League, has his Stanley Cup.
What the puck is going on?
All right, after two phenomenal Game 1 and Game 2 contests between Florida and Edmonton, Edmonton falls apart on the road down in Sunrise, and now we have a 2-1 lead by the Panthers, a lead in which we called. And let me just kind of start there. If you have been following this show for the playoffs, yeah, we had the Capitals, and that, we know that's kind of a homer pick. But man, for the most part, we've been right on the money with a lot of this stuff. We told you beware of the alternate lines in the last round, and everyone hit home for the most part. We've been getting goal scorers correct. We are on a tear with the straight plays. I think 10 wins in a row. The overs have cashed in a lot of these matches. We've been all over the overs. Talked about goal in the first 5 again the other night. And if you're just kind of paying attention and following the straight advice here, more than anything, you are cashing out and having a fantastic postseason of the NHL. So we're glad to do it. We're going to try to do it one more time for you tonight, as we are, I would say, red hot, as hot as you could be with our NHL picks. And it'll be sad to see it go. There's a chance that this is the last show of the season if we don't make it back to Florida next week. We could wrap things up over the weekend in Edmonton if the Panthers do indeed get these next 2 games. They'll lift the Stanley Cup. So we have a game tonight, and it's in Florida again. So what happens here? Does Edmonton find their way into the penalty box, lose their cool, lose their heads, or do they kind of come out fighting and kind of give you their best effort overall? Well, I tend to think we're going to get a lot of the same of the other night again. I just think at this point, Florida might be in their head a little bit. They're just too good. They beat them last year. They know they're too tough again this year after going up 1-0. Florida definitely looked like the better team in Game 2, but they were able to, really win in overtime where they should have won in regulation. And then that dominant performance here just the other night at home, it really just makes you worry that once Florida stole that home ice from Edmonton in Game 2, that they're just not going to be able to recover from that fatal blow. And I think that's going to be the case. We're going to go back to Edmonton 3-1. So the line for tonight is this. You're minus 150 if you like the Panthers. I think that's fine. And we're going to ride the same stuff we've been riding. Why change it? We haven't missed anything. The 60-minute line for Florida is plus 105. I tend to like that as well. And again, we're getting plus money on over 6.5 goals at plus 110. We hit it home the other night. with over 4.5 and 5.5 Florida goals. We told you about that on the show, and that came to happen. And I think we get, again, just a lot of the same tonight. Maybe Edmonton gets another goal or two in, 5-3, 6-3 type of game, I feel like. And I think you just got to keep on going and playing this over while you can. Florida can put plenty of goals in the net with either of the Edmonton goaltenders and should be able to get a little something from Edmonton in return. In fact, you got nothing from Edmonton except the one goal, but that was enough to get it over the total last game as well. Good pricing again on Florida Panther goals. Now it's down to, you're getting nice plus money at over 3.5. That's down to minus 102. Over 4.5 is at plus 280. Over 5.5 is at plus 680. I just wouldn't be shocked if they get a 7 spot or something like that this night, especially if Edmonton gets like 3 or 4 goals. You're still gonna have the chance for an empty net scenario at the end. We didn't even get that last game. Kind of shut things down. Did the Panthers, with the exception of that Evan Rodriguez layup there at the end of the game. But over 6.5, you're getting 14-1. And if you really want to take a stab to get to 8 goals, 35-1. I mean, I just want to put it past Florida, especially with this banged up Edmonton team, to really try to break the neck of the Oilers tonight on their home ice and take that 3-1 commanding lead. So I think this is as easy as it gets. You're getting a good number on the Pacers now, still to win that NBA series, almost 2-1 as they lead that series 2-1. So I think all parlays are fair now with Florida and Indiana, if you want to approach it that way with both of these teams. Again, this show's been red hot with the picks. We even like the Pacers, and they are up 2-1 overall in that series. We'll stick with our same goal scorers. We haven't had the long shots yet, but we did get Ekblad in there to hit half of that parlay, and Forsling had his chances as well. So can we get Ekblad and Forsling in there together? That pays, again, almost 90-1. So we'll throw that together. And then I think you got to, again, go top heavy with the Verhaeghes of the world, maybe the Sam Bennett's. Matthew Tkachuk is yet to have a goal. You got to figure he's due. Barkov as well. Marchand is on fire. How do we not exploit that angle? You got to figure maybe he's even good for another goal tonight. So something like Marchand, Verhaeghe, and Bennett pays almost 27-1. So that would be a good little ticket to have, $10 to win 270. But we'll stick with our long shot with Ekblad and Forsling. I just feel like at some point that's going to hit home, and we're running out of chances. But we'll go down with the ship on that one if we have to. The payout's so nice, we just can't resist that 90-1 shot with both of those guys just getting 1 goal each, Aaron Ekblad and Gustav Forsling. So I think it's much of the same as what we've seen, what we've been talking about, especially here in Game 3. Florida is at home. They're the better animal. They get the better goalie. They have the better goalie, and they have goals aplenty ready to go into the back of the net offensively for sure. High scoring first period. The over in the first period has been money. I think you can probably get there again as well. So we'll look for goals. We'll look for Florida to win, and go ahead and chop up your Florida goal scorers. Try to string together 2 or 3 or 4 and see if you can hit that nice little jackpot. All right, so all Florida for us here on What the Puck is Going On. If this is indeed our last show, excuse me, I want to thank you guys for tuning in all season long. We've been with you since the beginning. Nephew Dave, not with us tonight. So he will reappear on the Round Robin, which is our NFL show. We're about ready to start that. I think we'll have a late June edition. We'll do a late July edition, and then we'll start cranking things up in August, and we'll talk preseason, fantasy, future odds, and all that sort of thing. Try to follow these teams through training camp, keep track of the injuries, see what players are starting to emerge, etc. So football is on the far horizon, but still the horizon. We can see them way out in the distance, and we will embrace that as it comes to us. Figure the round robin will air on Sunday mornings at its regular scheduled time. If it is the 12th today, on a Thursday, the 15th will be on a Sunday. Just figure we'll go ahead and do a round robin on June the 29th, the week right before the 4th of July weekend. And that will give you a good little football primer for where we stand. We can recap the draft a little bit and kind of turn the page from hockey, so to speak. And that's all I got for you guys. We'll see if we get back for a show on Tuesday night, I think would be the next show. We have a game. Let's see. Actually, yes, it will be Tuesday night. So game, a short trip. I mean, long trip. Only one night off. Must have something going on in Edmonton on Sunday at that arena beforehand. So that's why they'll probably play on Saturday without that extra day off. And then they'll take 2 days off. And then we'll be back on Tuesday if Edmonton is able to grab one of these last 2 games. If not, we thank you for listening. Hopefully you've had a nice, profitable NHL season. I think we've done a very, very good job of this show. I don't have any records, so to speak. We had never really kind of kept track of that sort of thing. But I don't remember many super losing weekends. I remember giving out a million good picks, to be honest. So I think it's safe to say we've had a good, successful NHL season following this league. It has been one of the more profitable ones in terms of long-term success compared to the other major sports leagues. We had a fantastic football season, and then I think we've had a really, really good NHL season as well. So what the fuck is going on? We'll see if we get back on the air Tuesday night. If we do not, thank you for tuning in to the Deep End Broadcasting Network. I am Stephen Murray from our Chicks Beach studios here in Virginia Beach, Virginia. I'll be signing off for now. Are we back Tuesday? I don't know. Enjoy the game tonight. And if I don't see you Tuesday talking hockey, then we'll talk football here in a couple of weeks. Good luck on your tickets and have a good night.
What the puck is going on?